People have two legs and still look for excuses. This bloke's got one, and he's at the front of every single station. I'm Joe, former Royal Marines Commando. Today I'm training high rocks with Luke, ex-Paratrooper with one leg and zero excuses. The goal is simple, and it's always simple whenever we do any workouts like this, is to put in 100% effort at all times until you're absolutely fragged. These are the stations, so it's a high rocks complete, which means it's a simulated race. So Luke was a former paratrooper in the British Army, and he lost his leg in Afghanistan when he stepped on an improvised explosive device. Now that alone usually would make people slow down, stop, give up, but not Luke. Luke continues to show up and work harder than most other people actually do in this current day and age, which we can all look to as a brilliant source of inspiration. So if you are a young man, sort of, late teens, early 20s, and you're training for the military, then the moral of this video is to be a soldier is to be that guy that never gives up, is always to be that guy that gives 100% in every single scenario and never backs down. You'd think the bloke with one leg would be hanging at the back, slower than everyone else, but you're wrong. Luke led every single run, and this is where most people get kind of exposed, because they think that they can't do it, but it's actually in their head, because if Luke can do it, literally anyone else with two legs can. Why is the guy with one leg at the front?
They won't get it, mate.
Here we go. 400-metre run, and then into the rest of the circuit. It's quite a lot of running today, which is my strength. Now, high rocks is one of those things where it's very, very hard, it's repetitive, the weights are heavy, and it kind of can be a bit boring. And then this is where people start getting in their own heads. They start thinking, oh, I've done good enough. Oh, I've kind of worked quite hard. Oh, I'm near my limit. But they're not. And me and Luke know this. We know that we can push ourselves further. I mean, the physical proof is there that the guy with one leg is beating everyone else back to the step-ups and is doing them more than anyone else here. This is why I use my life experience and my time in the Royal Marines to coach men to chase capability. Look around any gym and hopefully you'll see two types of people. One group is just there going through the motions, not really paying attention to anything, on their phone in between sets, and then they just go home. And then there's another type of person that goes in there and really puts in 100% effort on everything that they do in there, and they leave and they're satisfied with what they've done. Luke lives in that second category, especially on circuit-based group classes like this where there's no hiding. You can see it in people's faces. They quit way before their limit, and I can see it. We can both see it. Well, I'm also going to take this opportunity to do a little bit of remote coaching and talk a little bit more about training for the military. So I talk to a lot of lads online. I talk to a lot of lads on Instagram, in the DMs, and I'm always asking, like, how's training going? How are you doing with the tests and the scores and stuff like that? I get a lot of lads saying, oh, I'm doing bodyweight circuits. Now, bodyweight circuits to me is not really that optimal for military training, right? It can be a good base. Of course, it's good for movement patterning. So movement patterning, what I mean is, if you do more press-ups, then you're going to be better at press-ups. But that only gets you so far. Like if you were just doing air squats and press-ups and a few burpees and a few pull-ups, and then you're doing like a certain amount of rounds of that can only get you so fit. To properly progressively overload that stuff, you need to introduce weighted circuits like high rocks based interval training like this, where you can have dumbbells, where you can have step-ups, right? So it's not just body weight. Also, another thing that I see quite a lot is the running that lads are doing is pretty pretty good, right? Lads are getting high bleep test scores. They are getting quick 5K times. They are good runners. But what they tend to lack is a certain amount of leg strength. Now, again, that leg strength is going to make you better at the rigorous training that you're going to be going through in military training. If you have strong legs, then they tire more slowly. They also provide you with robustness, so you have less chance of getting injured. The best way is to tie all of this in together. So all of this, so the runs, the quick runs, the slow runs, the strength training, the circuits, the loaded circuits, all of this work capacity makes you an all-round individual, which you absolutely must be to be a soldier. I'm doing this for dramatic effect. Man, did it. High reps complete.
Smashed it. We had about a minute to go, didn't we?
Yeah,
So,
that's good.
well done, mate.
So tired.
Just beat me by 1 second. But he's got 2 legs.
One
so.
nanosecond actually.
Yeah, fair one.